Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. And it is Tuesday, August 9th. And thank you again for tuning into the program. And, I don't know what it is about Tuesdays. Mondays, I tend to be thinking about, okay, what's my goal for this week? Or what are my goals? What's my vision for the week? Kind of my intention. And then by Tuesday, if you're like me, I'm usually managing my mindset, managing my attitude, managing my gratitude. I'm already, the week has started, but we're not halfway through. And I'm usually, juggling some competing thoughts and feelings about the week, et cetera. So it's always, always, always good to look at topics like mindset, especially around this time of week, and think about what that means and put something into practice. And I don't know why, but I just happened to run across an older HBR, Harvard Business Review article on mindset. And this one was written by Carol Dweck. It's called What Having a, quote, Growth Mindset Actually Means. And she talks about how, first of all, she defines growth mindsets. So there was some research, I guess, a few years ago that she's referencing on growth mindsets versus fixed mindsets in regard to individuals and within organizations, and kind of talking about organizations who promote a growth mindset are places where, people tend to learn and grow better and perform better as a whole, and there's less cheating and deception among employees. Okay, that's great. But what she argues here is that there's a lot of, misconceptions about growth mindset. And there's one thing, she lists 3 different things, but I'm just going to focus on the one. And that was just espouse a growth mindset and good things will happen. She talks about mission statements are wonderful things, and, but it's not enough to just talk about growth mindset. And it got me to thinking, because I think it is the whole concept of mindset kind of grinds my gears a lot of the time. And I think the reason is because mindset, much like personality, only has limited utility in terms of what I can do with it. Yes, I need to have a mindset of growth. I need to also have an attitude of gratitude. Yes, my mind and what goes on in my head is a huge part of it. My attitudes about money and attitudes about myself and all of those things. But it is not enough to simply, as this Carol talks about in this article, to just constantly talk about, oh yeah, I've got a growth mindset. I'm going to keep myself in growth mindset. A mindset isn't really a mindset if there aren't behaviors that go with it. It's kind of like decision making. How do you know you're in a posture of decision making, that you've made a decision in your head? It's a behavior. I know I've made a decision to eat more healthfully when I eat more healthfully, not when I've decided in my head. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you have a growth mindset, you have a growth mindset when you're doing growth mindset behaviors, which are learning from what you're doing, failing, but learning, getting feedback, growing, seeking out more information, trying again, improving, getting better results the next time. That's how you know you have a growth mindset. So focusing on the mindset, while valuable to a point, if it's not accompanied by specific behaviors that show you what a growth mindset looks like, then how much utility is it really? How is any mindset valuable at all unless it comes with some kind of behavior that that embodies the mindset. And so, separating out sort of positive attitude, I'm in a positive attitude. I'm going to keep myself framing things positively in my head. Okay, that's great. How does that translate into behavior? So I'll put a link to this article. It's an okay article, but I just think the point of it was kind of valuable to remind myself that sometimes my behaviors lead my mindset. In other words, if my mindset's not there, what I need to do is behave as if until my mindset comes along. It's not always mindset first. Keeping myself in a positive, growth-oriented, learning and growth and humble attitude of seeking, learning, growing, and improving means I've got to do the behaviors that keep me there, put me there. And those behaviors are not always fun. I mean, asking for feedback is scary for a lot of people, and yet that's what you've got to do. And you got to be able to receive it with grace. Take that information in. So what I'd like to encourage you today is, sure, put an intention out there. That's what Mondays are for, my intention. My intention is to have a great growth mindset this week. But by Tuesday, we need to be doing the behaviors of what a growth mindset looks like, or else it really didn't matter. So today, what does my growth mindset look like? Well, I'm going to have some really great client discussions. I'm going to be getting some feedback from some clients, 2 in a row actually, after this call. And I need to listen. And when I receive information, even if it's information I don't like hearing or, wasn't what I expected, continue to pull, get more depth, more information, seek more quality as I engage in these conversations so that I can be of better service now and moving forward. That's what a growth mindset looks to me like. Seeking more information, more knowledge, more learning all the time. Mindset with behavior. That's the key point. So what does growth mindset actually look like for you today and for this week? Great opportunity to take a moment and think about a couple of behaviors that show you that you're actually choosing that mindset. And I think it'll work out much better for you. So I hope that helps. Listen, if you're considering a big leap, considering a big change, considering, going into a new place, new job, redefining your business, whatever it is, we do have an assessment, a mindset assessment for you at mattstone.co. It's the readiness assessment. Check that out. Join me on Twitter as well, at mattstoneco, at mattstoneco. Join me on Twitter to leave comments and messages and feedback about our podcast and other topics that you want to hear about. I'd love to know that as well. And also, if you haven't subscribed to, my newsletter, go to mattstone.co and sign up there because we want to grow that community as well. And I've started sending out messages to the community, and that's been very, very exciting. So thanks again for listening. I hope you're having a great week. Remember that mindset is about behavior, and what behaviors put you in the right mindset for success this week. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye for now.